Coming up on this edition of Speed Chronicles, sensational Sebring.
Zig Media presents Speed Chronicles with Todd Lewis, powered by Rev TV.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out this week's edition of Speed Chronicles. We do it every Wednesday. It's available on the Rev TV YouTube channel. It's available on all your favorite podcast platforms. Please click the like and subscribe button. Share it around on the social channels as well. We're on all the major platforms. Okay, said I was going to Sebring. Mission accomplished. Did. IMSA, second event of the year, another endurance event. It's crazy. They start with 24 hours at Daytona. Take a month and a half off, come back, let's run another 12 at Sebring. Hashtag respect the bumps, because that is what Sebring is all about. It was sensational. It was great. It was fun. Record crowd once again. We keep hearing that at IMSA events. And if you were on site and got a sense of it, you understand why they keep making these announcements. Record size crowds. There was drama during the race. There was drama between Penske Porsche teammates. There was a disqualification in the final running order of the prototypes of the Cadillac finisher. And as we told you last week on the program, the 2027 schedule for IMSA and Michelin Pilot has been announced by IMSA. Nicely done. Third year in a row that they have done this. It is just something that they are making their name about, because it gives everybody notice. Here's where we are. Here's where we're going to be. Make your plans. It's for the teams. And most importantly, it's for the fans. You can plan in advance to attend events. And I'm sure that this has been one of the contributors to the record attendance at events of late for IMSA. Just a hell of a weekend. Really good. Of course, went over to check things out. It's not far from my place in Florida, so it's an easy trip. And let me tell you, the new bridge across the Ullman Straightaway, oh my goodness, what a game changer. So much easier to get around. If you're on site, you had to take trams around. You can still take the trams, and it's a great way to get around. But there's tons of RVs and camping and parking through the infield, but a lot of parking for people that go to the race, either for a day or for the weekend, or teams or stuff, park on the outside. And the bridge across the straightaway makes such a huge difference. Just makes getting into the paddock area so much easier. Go from the parking over the straightaway, bang, you're in the paddock. Got to enjoy a lot of great on-track action, tons to see and do, lots of merch, lots of camping, lots of swag that you can pick up. It's a super fun event. IMSA is setting the bar for planning ahead. Scheduled that far in advance for next year. Sebring announced it'll be their traditional third Saturday in March for the IMSA WeatherTech Series. 75th anniversary for Sebring at 12 hours next year. It's fan friendly. It's just a phrase that I'm maybe using in a simplest form, but it's just not being focused on necessarily enough by some racing series. But fan friendly, giving people lots of notice where you're going to be, when you're going to be racing. It makes a lot of difference for planning. Good racing throughout the 12 hours as well. Michelin Pilot Series, great. Well, the big pileup at the start of the Michelin Pilot Series, that was quite unfortunate. How tough is that, though? You work so hard in the off season, you get through the 24. It's not 24 hours for Michelin Pilot, but you have your long endurance event, and then you come back a month and a half later, and you've got another a longer race. And there's a big pileup, and some people's race ended before the starting line, literally before they got to the starting line. That's tough. That's unfortunate. Penske Porsches, as mentioned, they were the class of the field for the entirety of the 12 hours. Drama on the track, on the radio, between the teammates. I don't think everything is super comfortable right now. I imagine there's going to be some conversations before they get to the next event in Long Beach, because there is a lot of, I'm going to lead. I should be leading. Anyhow, there's a lot of drama with the Penskes. So we'll see. Nice to see the FAF Lamborghini make its debut, the actual worldwide debut for the car. It was nice, terrific. Lamborghini hospitality was fantastic. Finished the race for FAF. Good for them. There's work to do, obviously, but the initial maiden voyage, successful. Get through the race. Now start to improve the performance and get better. F1, there was no race last weekend. We got one coming up this weekend, but there's lots going on, lots of stories like Adrian Newey's going to step away from the principal role at Aston Martin. Jonathan Wheatley, after 2 races, says, thanks for coming. I'm out of here, Audi. Guess where he's going to end up? It, of course, has led to all kinds of speculation as the teams get set to head to Japan before they take the month of April off. Remember, I think this might help in one sense, is that there's a lot of stuff going on with this new car that it might give them time to sort out. But Aston Martin, that drama. Okay, so the car is a complete mess. How long has Adrian Newey been working on this car? I get it. I'm not saying it's over for him by any stretch of the imagination, but clearly there are some things that are very wrong with this car. They have a crap ton of work ahead of them to get things pointed in the right direction. And maybe just to stop the thing from shaking violently when it is out on track. Hopefully get through this weekend, take the month of April and get themselves sorted out. There's others that have work to do as well, of course, like McLaren having trouble getting their cars to the grid. Let's see if they can correct that problem as well. No reason to think that Mercedes won't be the class of the field again this weekend in Japan. I want to touch on NASCAR last weekend at Darlington. Okay, so does everyone think that Tyler Reddick and 2311 are cheating again? Saw a bunch of that snark online. Social media is so exasperating and frustrating sometimes. I wouldn't think so. You don't think that if they were cheating, because they go through inspection like everybody else, if you don't think that they were caught cheating, that NASCAR wouldn't smack them around and take that opportunity to really lower the hammer on them? I think they're probably getting scrutinized pretty close. Amazing start to the year. Give them credit. Incredible job. Makes me wonder how much that lawsuit that was going against NASCAR last year was hanging over the team, and everybody wasn't maybe able to 100% focus on the job each weekend. It's not like it was always, this giant axe over their head or anything, but it's just when something that big is going on, it can't help but distract you a little bit. IndyCar has a weekend off, and they're back at it this week at the beautiful Barber Motorsports Park. It's a super race event. There was a lot of skepticism when IndyCar first went there. Is it going to produce good racing? It has. Let's hope it does again. It's described as the Augusta National of Motorsports Park. It's fairly accurate. It's beautifully maintained, terrific circuit. It'll be great to be back there again. See whether race number 4 can produce a 4th different winner. Do we have our first repeat winner? It will be interesting to see what happens with IndyCar, but off to a great start. Good momentum, a week off to catch your breath, back at it this week, and we'll see what kind of racing and activity we get. I don't know that they're doing the same kind of qualifying they did on the street courses with the final Firestone Fast 6 going single file. I like it. It's good. Needs a little tweaking though. And in terms of the presentation is what needs the tweaking. So you should be able to have better graphics to know where each of the subsequent drivers are racing. But these are little things that can be worked out. Yes, I think they should do it on street and road courses. NASCAR Canada. What can I tell you? There's been lots of personnel changes with the competition side of the series during the off season. There's new people that I've mentioned that are going in, and they're getting assimilated into the operation. As with any sort of significant change to the series in personnel, you can expect that there will be some growing pains. Let's see how big they're going to be as we get into the first events of the year. New people getting acclimatized and making changes. They're trying to make some adjustments that will help the teams in terms of how the race days run, maybe make them a little bit shorter. That's good. That's good for the series. Been told that there are some sponsor announcements forthcoming for NASCAR Canada Series. That's good news. Hopefully that helps their serious problem of getting new teams, new young drivers into the series. Have talent move into the series and stay there for more than a couple of years. Still waiting on some other news and details to be finalized. Soon as they're confirmed and officially ready, I'll release the info there as well. So there's your tee up. That's a quick look back and looking ahead to a busy weekend of racing. Don't forget, again, please click the like and subscribe button. Follow on the social channels. Enjoy a great weekend of racing. Back again with you next Wednesday.